Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Gabriel Santos here. And in today's video, we're going to talk about what to do if you feel hopeless and if you expect yourself to fail when it comes to changing your marijuana habits, whether that's quitting, moderation, or just more sense of control and discipline, right? So, first of all, my assumption is that you feel hopeless because you've tried to change before but could never make that change, right? And so naturally, you lose trust in yourself, you lose faith, you lose belief. And what I want you to know is that it's still possible. Now, what's impractical and kind of waste of time at this point is for you to continue lying to yourself, right? Like, you just know in the back of your head that, fuck, I know I want to make a change, but part of myself just doesn't believe myself when I even say it. And so it's almost like a waste of time, right? It's like, why say you're going to make a change when you feel and believe deep down like it's not going to happen? And so what to do in this case: take a step back from making any plans. Take a step back from, this constant chatter of like, I need to make a change, I need to make a change. Take a moment. Take a couple deep breaths, right? And be willing to sit there and just be with yourself and how it's been. Truly. Like, and try and remove that judgment. Like, let me beat myself up and tell myself how wrong I am. See if you can remove that piece and just kind of get in tune with yourself. Like, fuck, like, it's been absolute shit, right? And I'm sad, and this fucking sucks, and it hurts to still be enchained to this thing, right? And as you allow yourself to kind of express and process those lower, sad, like almost depressed emotions, my encouragement and my coaching to you is to bring some forgiveness and compassion to the table. Forgiveness, compassion, and acceptance to the table. Like, damn, like, fuck, like, something along the lines of like, man, I've really been just not giving a fuck. And I've really just been like letting myself not care and letting myself run away from responsibility and effort and priority. And, something along the lines of like, and I really want to change, but I'm fucking scared. And like, it hurts to even like think of trying to change, because it's like, I've tried so many times before. And what's so critical at this time for you is truly to bring some compassion and forgiveness to the table, right? Because what's happening, in my experience, is that we keep living in the past and we won't let go of the past. And so we've built up this identity of, I can't get this done, I can't make a change, I always fuck up, I always fail. And that just becomes who we are. And then we totally play into that moving forward. And we build this whole identity of disempowerment, a whole identity of failure, not being able to make things happen. And so it's really the first thing to do, in my opinion, is to just kind of get square with yourself, right? Like, fuck, like, I've been not doing so well. And I have been just like, and see if you could get to this point right here. Like, I have been letting myself slip into old habits over and over and over again. And to also admit that you've been trying, like, you have been trying. The whole point of this topic right here is that, like, it's normal and natural with failure after failure after failure, with seemingly no success, excuse me, that our self-esteem and self-worth will just take hit after hit after hit, to the point where it's like, oh, I don't even, it's pointless, right? Like, I clearly can't make this happen. So yes, acceptance, compassion, forgiveness, self-understanding, self-love, right? And then with some honesty, like, fuck, like, I have not been doing so hot, right? So I really encourage you to really make that a practice. Like, honestly, like, forget trying to make a change with your weed habits if you're in this deep place, and focus on just like being nicer to yourself. Seriously, like, whether you smoke or not, like, be nice to yourself. Like, fuck, like, check in, like, really put the conversation of weed to the side and like check the fuck in. Like, how the fuck am I doing? How are you doing? And just see what comes up, you know? Like, we give ourselves so much shit for how much weed we're smoking, not smoking, how much money we're making, not making, how much weight we're losing, not losing, muscle we're gaining, not gaining, right? How much sex we're having, not having. There's a bird right there, cute little bird. But, you know, check in, like, fuck, how y'all doing in the midst of all that? Like, are y'all good? Like, am I good? And the answer might be no. And if it's no, like, what do you need to do for yourself? Maybe you just need a moment to, like, cheer yourself up by writing some of these things that you've accomplished before. Maybe you just need a moment to check in, some gratitude check in, like, fuck, at least I'm alive, yo. Like, at least I'm fucking alive. Maybe you need to drink some water. Have you eaten today? You need to eat. And maybe worst comes to worst, like, check in with someone who you can trust, right? Whether it's a person, whether it's a higher spirit, whether it's, you know, a pet. Check in with your pets. Like, pets are really good at just kind of like being there with you and not judging you, you know? So yeah, hopefully something in this video resonated with you. I really, really feel for you. And I know from the outside looking in that it's possible for you to make the changes you want to be making. And just consider that a big part of that piece is for you to gain a sense of like self-love and self-compassion, and to forgive, you know, forgive your sins, so to speak. Forgive, you know, forgive yourself for beating yourself up for fucking failing, you know? Like, man, that's so common. And the whole point here, if you're still in this video, the whole point here is to lift your energy up, right? Lift it up from depression, sadness, hopelessness to at least one of just like relief, some sense of relief, some sense of compassion, some sense of like, okay, I'm not the worst person in the world here, right? Have you step outside of guilt and shame and all that, right? Because when we're in guilt and shame, almost no change can be made, to be perfectly honest. And so consider that you can make a lot more change, and you can change your marijuana habits if you work on raising your energy first, right? Don't wait to be happy after you go 30 days weed free. Don't wait to be happy after you finally make a change. Like, learn to build up happiness in other ways, and then let that happiness fuel your ability to take conscious action. All right, so that's it for today. Appreciate you all. Always appreciate your patience when it comes to the upload schedule. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Oh, and by the way, I offer free coaching to everyone a 30-minute session to everyone who's looking for some support. My ultimate goal is to work with people who want to make a change for good and are committed to being their best selves. And also have a a decent level of personal development and self-awareness already. And so if that's you, I definitely want to hear from you. There'll be a link down below to either email me or go straight to the calendar to book a session with me. But anyways, that's besides the point. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.